everyone, Chelsea Gay here with GoLocal Live in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. And today we have some awesome guests from the November Project. We have Steve Place and Holly Boubier. And we want to bring them in to talk a little bit about fitness and the program in Providence. So without further ado, guys, take it away. Tell me about the November Project.
Sure.
Let's get excited.
So November Project was started in Boston in 2011 and has grown a free fitness movement all over the world. There are November Project tribes, as they call them, in 49 cities, including our sister city, who was initiated as a tribe the same day as us in Providence, in Newport. So there are 2 tribes in Rhode Island. So if you're interested in free fitness, you could meet us at November Project Providence on the State House, Rhode Island State House in Providence, or you could meet Aaron and Beth at First Beach in Newport. Both, well, in all 49 cities, November Project meets at early mornings on Wednesdays. Here in Providence, we meet at 5:27 a.m. on the Rhode Island State House and 6:27 a.m.
What's the significance of the 27? I have to ask.
So that's a great question. That one was sort of an idea that I had, because 5:30, 6:30 are times that you hear and you just think, I can be there at 5:35. But when you hear 5:27 or 6:27, it's a very specific time, so it sticks in your brain a little bit more. So you think, oh, I need to be there exactly at 5:27. So that little extra specificity really gets people to show up just on time so we can get things going for them.
So tell me a little bit about the motivation tactics that you guys use, because I haven't been yet, but I do have a couple friends that have told me awesome things about the way that you guys motivate and the community that you've created. So tell me a little bit about that and tell our viewers about that.
So Steve first started pledging November Project Providence in January. And it's very dark and very cold. And part of November Project's pillars is you begin your workout with a bounce to really huddle in and get everyone excited, build the hype, get really pumped up for what we're going to do. And really at 5:27 in the morning, you need that. You need that energy from others and get excited. And then our workout begins. And the good thing about our workout, one, that it's free, and 2, that you work very hard, intensely, for about 35 minutes. And our tribe has grown to, at 5:27 in the morning, about 90 people are coming out. Very excited and
Absolutely.
Really, yes.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome.
The cool part about it too is that everything that we do is completely scalable. So if one person is a collegiate athlete fitness level, that's totally okay. Because if another person is maybe in their 60s, they're out doing the same workout at their own level. So it's not something that is only for people who are super fit or people who are just starting out. It's a really good blend of everybody from every background that comes out to our workout.
Awesome.
So it builds a really good community.
Tell me a little bit about, what are some of the workouts that you guys do? Tell me some interesting workouts you have there.
I think everyone's fear is that this is like a running club. They're like, oh, I don't like to run. And we've all been part of running clubs where, the fast people take off and you don't see them again for the half an hour. The awesome part about the State House is we are all on the stairs. So you could be, taking very different pace, but, we still see each other high five going up and down. And that community builds every single week.
Absolutely. One of our key workouts, what we call PR days, for your personal record, where we'll run the stairs on that given day for the entirety of the workout. But Holly put together a workout about 2 weeks ago where we took a set of Jenga and we put fitness movements onto each block of Jenga so that when you pulled it out, maybe you had to do 9 burpees, maybe you did 5 squats, or maybe the tower fell down and you had to go run a lap. But it made it so much more fun because that element of surprise was there too. So we try to keep it as creative as possible so that it doesn't really get stale, and we want to make sure that people are laughing pretty much the whole time that they're doing it.
Awesome. And I hear that it's a little bit difficult to get certified as an official November Project partner. So what was the process for you guys? It's really special. This is an awesome thing, and tell me about that partnership.
Absolutely. So I started out the pledge back in January just because I wanted to have some people to work out with, to do a workout that I was really into. And our first workout, it was me and 4 other humans that were there. It was 5:27. 5:27.
Someone showed up.
January 10th, and it was so cold. And it seemed like it was going to be kind of a struggle to get people to come out. But what happened is people got really excited about what we were doing. The weather started to change and people got a little bit more excited. So the way that November Project has their, I guess, initiation pledge process is that you have to have built enough people that are coming out to the workouts on a regular basis to be recognized as an official November Project.
Awesome.
It took us about 5 months, which is really fast considering. And we really could not be more excited about it, and the growth has just been astronomical. The community has just gotten so big and so positive that it's the best day of the entire week.
And how do you guys integrate with the other November projects that are, I know you're in 48 states. I think it's global, right, too?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
8 countries
large initiative. So do you get to interact with any of the other teams? Is there, any camaraderie there with Boston?
Yeah, there's a few really great ways to share this movement, and one of them is that all of us work out on Wednesdays, but in many other tribes throughout the U.S. and in other countries, they also work out on either Monday or Friday mornings. And one of the staples of November Project is it's free, but so is the gear. It's called grassroots gear, and you'll notice anyone from November Project just wears whatever t-shirt they have, and it's spray painted of the November Project tag. And then every single tribe has their own, what is called as a passport tag, in which ours is
on the back of yours.
An anchor.
We have this awesome
cool.
anchor to
Very
symbolize
Rhode Island.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
In Newport, they have a pineapple. So one of the exciting things is if you get your butt to other workouts, you get to collect their tag. So we've had people show up at our workouts who, are from Seattle, are from New York, are from Boston, and they get to earn their tag by showing up to our workout.
Awesome.
So that's one way.
Another way as well is, and we're heading out there in about 3 weeks, is what they call November Project Summit. It's a weekend where November Project tribes from around the globe gather together. It happens to coincide with the North Face Endurance Challenge race in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this year. We get together on a global scale and just enjoy a weekend of fitness and camaraderie together, where you make a ton of new friends, and you just kind of enjoy an adventure together.
And so I have to ask, why Providence and why the State House stairs? Like, what is that?
So Providence is the most beautiful city on the planet, in my opinion. I just love this place so much. The reason why the stairs is because I was getting on a train to go to the New York City Marathon last November, and this November Project idea had been on the back of my mind for a while. And as I was walking into the train station, I looked over and I saw these stairs, and I thought, that is exactly where this workout needs to happen.
Yeah.
It's such a spectacular location aesthetically, and those stairs they're not easy to run up and down, so it makes it the perfect spot for a workout. A tribe like Washington, D.C., for example, does their stairs workout at the Lincoln Memorial. So again, it's sort of playing in that vein where you have this gorgeous spot to work out, and it makes it all that much more fun.
And now, how do you do that in the winter with those stairs? Are we slipping, sliding through our workout?
Yeah, we've been lucky during this past winter where the stairs, for the most part, have been shoveled for us. But
we have said, there is a threat of snowstorm, so please bring your shovel. And again, we scale the workout, so maybe that day we're doing lunges up the stairs at a slower pace. More practical. But
absolutely. Boston does their workouts at Harvard Stadium, and they do an early group, which they call their shovel shuffle. So they'll have people come out with their shovels and just shovel out Harvard Stadium, which is intense. And thankfully, we don't have that much to shovel out if we had to. So.
And so you guys have an awesome community, like we discussed, and I know a few people that participate, and what they've really said is that you can really help people with their individual goals. You get to know them on a personal level. So, anybody that's afraid out there to do this, I know it's early in the morning and all of the other reasons why you could not go. I mean, tell them why they should do this. Tell them why it's free fitness. And really.
Again, we want this to be a welcoming environment for all. And you don't have to be in shape to do November Project. It's a free fitness movement. The parking is free, the camaraderie is free, the music is blasting, and the excitement is there. It's one of those things that you come once and you're like, oh, that's why 90 people are waking up, setting their alarms at 4:45 in the morning to meet at the State House and really push themselves and push each other. And it's difficult for adults to make friends. You make coworkers, but this is like the environment where I've made more new friends in this 1 year than have in a very long time. It's exciting, and we really think that if you come out, you'll see the benefit.
Absolutely. One of our credos is just show up. And that's really what we're trying to show people, is that you can just show up to this and have the best time. You're going to meet people. You're going to really leave that workout that day talking about the people that you've just had this interaction with. And it translates into your life. You're just showing up for the workout, and then you're just showing up to your day at work. You have more energy. You're more enthusiastic towards everything that you're doing. And it really is just the best catharsis for life as an adult.
Yeah, well, we actually had Maurice Lohman on the show last week, who I know you guys know.
I love Panda.
And, one of his points is, like, why work out alone when you can work out with an awesome community?
Right.
And I
Absolutely
think that's
right.
so true. And, you said free parking. Do people normally park in the garage? I mean, to get really specific, to
Yeah, exactly.
how do we get to you?
The good thing is that at 527, they're not ticketing yet.
Right, true,
So you can park anywhere along
Absolutely.
the
You just
between.
go right up the State House
Right,
step.
so we're on the mall side of the State House, and you can park anywhere across from the train station. You can park in the mall, and there is free places to park even that early.
Absolutely.
And they're looking for you guys on the steps, 5:27 or 6:27 a.m.
You'll find us.
That's how we
Absolutely.
find you.
Rain or shine or snow
Holiday,
or ice,
it's happening.
we
We're
will
there.
be there.
Well, thank you guys so much for your
Thank
time
you.
today. I really think this is an awesome initiative, and anybody that's looking to get fit or already is fit and wants to make new friends, go to the State House. 5:27 or 6:27.
Yes,
I
you got
probably
it,
could
you
do
got it.
6:27. I don't think I could make 5:27. But Holly and Steve, thank you so
Thank
much
Thank you.
for joining us today.
It's our pleasure.
And stay tuned. We've got another great guest coming up next. Hi everyone, welcome back to Go Local Live. Our second guest on the show today is Kent Stetson from Kent Stetson Handbags. Hi Kent, it's really good to see you. I'm sure a lot of you have seen some of his designs around. I know he's an avid attendee of Style Week and has a showroom, I believe, in Providence? Or
the showroom's in Pawtucket at the
Pawtucket.
Hope Artist Building,
Yes.
but we have presence all around the city.
Excellent.
And if you go out to dinner or to a party somewhere in Providence, you probably see one of our creations.
Awesome. So for those who aren't familiar, give us a little bit of background on yourself. How did you get into this? You know, why Providence? I know it's a big piece of what you do. So.
Yeah, sure. So 15 years ago, I just graduated from Brown, and I was making computer-generated paintings. They were very cool. I had an exhibit at a gallery in Wayland Square, and it didn't go very well. Nothing sold. And so I decided to cut up all of the pieces and sew them into bags, and they started selling right away. And fast forward now 15 years, we're in a few hundred stores. I have a team that work with me in my shop, but this piece right here actually is from that era of artwork. So originally the handbag was a way for me to frame my art and to package it in a form that I could sell. At the time, I worked at a shoe store, and it turned out that I was good at convincing people to buy shoes that they did not need. So this was an extension of my
obvious extension of that. Yeah, I was going to ask why handbags, but
yeah.
I mean, it seems like a beautiful medium for this.
And
really.
Absolutely, and that was kind of irreverent to cut up my paintings like that. So it wasn't a big stretch for me to say, okay, now I'm going to put a donut on a bag, because why not?
Why not?
So
everybody loves donuts.
There's definitely a sense of humor in the DNA of our work.
So what was, the first real bag that you put out there that you think is like one of your more memorable pieces? Tell us about that.
Well, this print actually is the origin of the collection. So this image was originally shown in a gallery on a wall, and that became the first theme and look for a bag that I made, and then things just grew from there, because people started saying, well, could you make a bag with my dog on it? And yes, we can.
Yes.
I really think that I'm not one of those trend-driven designers in the way that a lot of people are. I like to think when I do what I do best, someone will look at something I've made and say, that was made for me, or that was made for this person that I know, and they've got a birthday coming up, and it's perfect. And that's when I think I'm doing what I do best, when I hit that note for people, where it's like, this is me. This isn't about a trend. This isn't about something that I saw on Instagram that someone else, a celebrity, has. This is me.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so you said you can actually make these custom with pets and with different things.
We can, although we have a collection of 16 different dog breeds that we offer that are standard, and then a couple of kitty bags as well. And the pictures that we have are really strong, and so we do encourage people to first look at the collection as we offer it, but we can customize in some cases for people.
I've seen bridal bags too. Is that another customization? Like
absolutely.
Names? Yeah.
Yep. So doing Mrs. and then the last name for a reception after a wedding is a thing that we do as well.
No, I don't want to get too off topic with the background, because I definitely want to talk about the bags. But I actually tried to have Kent on the show last week, and he was at Market in New York.
Yes.
So I'm very curious, and I'm sure our viewers already hear a little bit about your experience there, and what's coming down the pipeline. What are we looking at?
Absolutely. Well, I love being in Rhode Island, and this is a perfect home for me. I have amazing hometown support, but the reality is, running a business, I do have to cast kind of a wide net, and Market is an opportunity for me twice a year to meet with buyers for stores to show them the collection, and to develop relationships with retailers who we partner with, who carry our line. Currently, we are in a few hundred stores, and the Market is a really concentrated time that happens twice a year where we meet with the stores. I had a fabulous Market. It was really good.
Oh, excellent. So glad to hear that.
Otherwise, down the pipeline, we are putting together a show at Style Week this year. We will be showing a collection on closing night. And
is this the first?
This is the second time, but for those people who were there 5 years ago when I did a collection in partnership with Big Nazo, buy your tickets right away. It will not disappoint.
Is it in partnership with Big Nazo again this year?
No, it's not.
We've better?
It's Big Nazo was amazing, and that was a phenomenal experience. We blew the roof off. Their band was incredible. This is something totally different, and I've incorporated several local high schools. We have engineers. It's just totally over the top. There's so many things that can go wrong with this show. It's really going to be exciting.
So buy it just to watch the things go wrong.
You have to
I
go.
guess.
No, it's going to be fun. It's going to be super fun. And Style Week is just a great chance to get dressed up and
Of course.
And go out and socialize. And it's not a snooty environment. It really is. People are nice and friendly, and it's a great opportunity to get a little dressed up if you want to, or dress however you feel comfortable. But I love Style Week. Yeah.
So I always see your bags featured in tons of different places. I mean, what's the most exciting place you think you've seen your bag featured, or who's been wearing it? That's really exciting.
Well, that's also a big part of what we do is making sure that celebrities are carrying our bags. I was very excited to hear that someone on my staff, Elizabeth, was able to get Candice Bergen to carry a custom bag for the reboot of Murphy Brown. So that should be airing in September. We made a big leather duffel bag for her. So these smaller bags are the thing that we're most known for, but we make big day bags as well. We can make any kind of bag, really. So I'm very excited about that. We also made bags for a TV show called Riverdale. You're going to see a lot of housewives. Hopefully you won't hold it against me because they're so good to us, and that's a big part of our reach, is sending bags to the reality TV celebrities.
I don't think anybody's opposed to that. So, I mean, tell me about what inspires you when you create these bags designs. I know it's, people should belong to the product, but what inspires you personally?
I think nothing's off limits. I think that there's inspiration in everything, and I really believe that we have just scratched the surface. So I do like to think that I know who I'm not as a designer, and so if there's something that comes along as a trend, maybe a bucket bag or a backpack that doesn't feel authentic to what I'm doing, I don't have to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And so that aside of kind of knowing who I'm not, everything is fair game. I have inspiration in a dream. Oftentimes someone will just come up to me and say, you got to make a fill-in-the-blank bag. And I love when people start dreaming in our realm of fun bags and coming up with their own ideas and pitching them to us to make. So inspiration is everywhere.
Yeah. And how do you find that Rhode Island is a good community for that inspiration?
Rhode Island has amazing hometown support. I am very lucky to be here. We experience it all the time in the form of people really wanting to see Rhode Island businesses and individuals and startups here succeed. There's a great deal of pride that I feel from people who are supporting my work and who are local. It's a really good incubator in terms of building up the confidence to tackle larger markets. So yeah, Rhode Island is, in terms of the support that I get from actual people, it's amazing. Yeah.
Tell me about one of the have you ever had like a really creative and memorable bag that you've designed as sort of a one-off that you can think of, or?
Well, there's a whole graveyard of bags in my basement that didn't work out.
And do an art show of that. That would be amazing.
Yes. And so when you're doing something that's a little bit experimental, it doesn't always work out. And we're trying things with flexible LED screens that can play video on a bag. Wow. And we're really 3D printing and incorporating that into our bags. Some of the larger everyday bags that I make require a substantial amount of effort, and if you come to Style Week to see our show, there's a bag that took about 150 hours to make. And so I'm not going to give it away beyond that, but it's dazzling.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And so are you still single-handedly designing the patterns for these bags, or are you sourcing talent from,
I have a
Christy
team.
and awesome.
I have a team, and so the first person that I brought onto my team worked at the shoe store where I worked when I started making and selling bags, and gradually the team has built. We've got 4 people on the team with me, and as we aren't able to keep up with things, then I hire someone else. That's really our growth model. Is we're made to order, so we don't have a warehouse filled with inventory. I am responsible for getting these orders and creating the need for us to produce everything, and we hire and bring on people as the demand grows.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So walk me through some of these bags, and I know they have some of them have really cool liners, and I want to make sure we show that, and also just the price points as well, just to give our viewers an idea.
Sure.
Of what.
So yeah, absolutely. So if you go onto my website, you'll see most of our signature clutch bags are around $200. It's definitely a splurge, but they are handmade, and I do sign each piece. It really is like buying a piece of art. This is the Superman building downtown, and I've lined it with Superman print on the inside. And you can't see it on the screen there, but if you look inside, there's a pocket, there's a crossbody chain, and I sign each piece inside in the pocket. They also come with a really nice cloth dust bag for storing them. They really are collectible. At the price point, it's definitely a splurge, but if you come to our workshop, we have pouches and smaller pieces that we start at $40 in the studio. So we try to offer a range of things that realistically we can make as accessible as possible. I am also super excited that Green Ink is opening a second location in Wayland Square in October. We've been working with them for years, and they are in Wickford. They are an institution in Wickford. They have been stocking and supporting my work for several years now, and they will continue and bring the line into Providence. So you'll have a location in Wayland Square, which has all kinds of new restaurants and so much going on.
Yeah, Wayland Square is really
hopping right now.
Blossoming, definitely. Well, Providence is in general. It's a good time to be alive in Providence.
I agree. It's such a dynamic and fun city, and there's this kind of innovative entrepreneurial spirit that pulses through, and I feed off of that. I also think that I contribute to it a little bit as well.
Awesome. So if they want to purchase KentStetson.com or go to the showroom.
KentStetson.com. You can go to our workshop at the Hope Artiste Building, 9 to 5. Most days are our hours. Good idea to send a message if you want to see me at the studio, because sometimes I'm out on the road. And you can go to Green Ink in Wayland Square or in Wickford, and KentStetson.com. You can see everything that we do in some of our press.
And to close out, tell our viewers, if anybody's a little bit nervous to start rocking something as awesome as this, I mean, what kind of encouragement would you give them to really increase their style vibe with an awesome bag?
Well, I definitely don't think that I am in any position to tell a woman what to wear, but I do. But I do think that what we do is fun, and I think that if you're going out to dinner or you're going out to a party, why not have a little bit of fun? And it can be a little intimidating to spark a conversation with a stranger. The handbag is a great icebreaker. It's a really good way to get someone to instantly know something about you and to approach you about that subject, whether you're an animal person or you're a foodie or you're an art person. We can help break the ice when you go out.
Great. Well, Kent, it was awesome to speak with you today.
Pleasure was mine. Thank you so much for watching.
Please feel free to check out Kent's designs at KentStetson.com. And looking forward to next week. We've got another lineup of really exciting guests in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. Again, I am Chelsea Gay with GoLocal Live. See you next week.